I can actually get with this. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Eating It Up with DC. And today, I am all the way down here in Decatur. As you can see, I'm at Peachtree Grub Truck. You know what? I'm about to go get my grub on. Follow me. I'm not too big on the sweet food, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Why? Because I'm at Peachtree Grub Food Truck, alright? I could actually get with this. I could actually get with this. Alright, Peachtree Grub, y'all did y'all thing with this, okay? I can't even lie. It's good. It's good. It's good. And right here, we got the honey hot lemon pepper ranch. But I'm going with the buffalo. This is good. Now, if you don't go to Peachtree Grub Instagram and figure out where the truck gonna be, go check them out. On point, delicious. 5 stars, baby. Y'all pull up on them. I'm gonna eat for real now. Man, today I got a special guest with me, Mr. Bryan Byrd, the owner, the man of the hour of Peachtree Grub Food Truck. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, DC? I appreciate it. Man, shouts to Eating It Up. Appreciate y'all having us, man.
I appreciate you for coming on.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, you know, as I can see right now, you are at a live event and you're pretty busy.
Yeah. Thankful, man. thankful. Yeah, we've been rolling, man. Just trying to keep it in the road, as they say. Literally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to start off with this, being that I'm interviewing HBC alums and or Divine 9 organization members.
Yeah.
Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
For sure.
Okay. Clayton State, correct?
Yeah. Crossed and graduated out of Clayton State.
Okay.
Many years ago.
Okay.
But you know, like you said, it's a PWI.
Okay.
But like you said, my roots run to HBCUs. Well, my mom, she's a Delta out of Fort Valley. You know, my brother was in. You know, he was in the band in Grambling. So, you know, I actually the only one that went to a PWI.
Now, wait, hold on. You know, not to get too much off into that, but how did that happen? I mean, you weren't influenced by the HBCU?
No,
they weren't appealing to you?
No, for sure. Always. They was always there, man. Like I said, I grew up literally on the campus of Fort Valley.
Okay.
You know, pretty much. But moved up to Atlanta years later. And when college came, I was like, I ain't going back to the country. I've been there long enough. I grew up from the country. I was in Atlanta, got bit by the bug. So I just stayed here.
That bug will bite you. That Atlanta bug will bite you.
And I'm talking, this is the snap era. This like, you know.
Oh, that was back then.
That was when Atlanta was like really. So I wasn't leaving out the city no time. So
gotcha.
Been there ever since.
Okay, so did Kappa Alpha Psi choose you, or did you choose Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated? And I always ask that because people have so many different answers, and you would think that they would say, "Oh, nah, you know, the fraternity chose me."
Yeah.
But it's so many different answers that I get.
Yeah.
So I always ask that question.
I mean, I guess it's a mix between the two. I mean, it's something that I definitely, you know, Kappa wasn't necessarily my, the first thing that caught my attention. But like I said, my mom's a Delta, so I was influenced by mostly Omegas growing up. Okay. One of my biggest mentors, he was Omega, man. However, you know, as you kind of grow and mature, you kind of do your research, you find what kind of morals and things that kind of, you know, things, how you move and how, you know what I'm saying, correlate with you, you know what I'm saying, versus trying to fit into something just because.
You have to do your own thing.
You find out what kind of, you know, you kind of just go into your own groove. So yeah, so that's how I kind of came into Kappa, and, you know, thankful enough, Kappa chose me also, you know, so.
Okay, so right now with what you do, food truck, right? What is something that becoming a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, or, you know, the actual being a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, what did it teach you that you apply right now to your everyday business or everyday life?
I mean, consistency, showing up. I tell people all the time, showing up half the battle. You know what I'm saying? You know, once you get there, you know, it ain't never as hard as you think it is, and you know, and that's how the food truck. You know what I'm saying? Consistent, coming every day, trying to get it done. you know, it looked like a large mountain to scale, but when, you know, just kind of take it, you know, a little bit at a time, you look up, you know, keep your head down and working, you know, you kind of over it. And that's what, you know, Kappa pretty much is kind of like that same kind of moniker for me, you know what I'm saying, just put my head down, doing the work, doing it, you know, I say doing the process of trying to aspire to become a Kappa at that time, and, you know, it is what it is. You know, I like to say reputation precedes itself now, so.
I think that's dope, and you said something that I've heard. I've heard this a lot, people. Showing up is half of the battle. Once you get there, the rest is easy. You know, I say that all the time when I don't want to do something on those early mornings or, you know, those late nights. If I can just get there.
Yeah, I mean, like a gym workout, like anything. It's like, you know, most people quit in their mind before they even, you know what I'm saying, show up to perform. So, you know, like I said, the food truck kind of teaching me that. Like I said, Kappa definitely, you know, something that done been instilled in me and kind of ingrained and kind of got us to get to this point for sure. You know, so thank you.
Okay, so, you know, let me switch gears, right? Peachtree Grub.
Yeah.
Now, when I first, you know, I saw the name, I did a little research.
Okay.
But when I think about Peachtree, I automatically think about Atlanta.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of peach trees in Atlanta. Peachtree streets, you feel like it's Peachtree. You know, it's just Atlanta.
Yeah.
Where did that name come from? I want to ask that first. Where did Peachtree Grub come from?
Well, like when we was doing the food trucking and just kind of, you know, trying to find a name that kind of encapsulate who we are and our brand, looking at the landscape with food trucks, it's a big boom in the last few years, but food trucks is more so like a West Coast kind of thing, if you will. So like you see a lot more kind of flowing now, especially since the pandemic and stuff like that. You see people kind of breaking away from brick and mortar. But so the main thing, we're just trying to find something that's going to be synonymous with the city, synonymous with, you know, like I say, who we are without trying to redo stuff that's already been kind of beat to death, if you will. You know, you see a lot of, you know, Falcons, you know, kind of try to play off that. But we just want to do something that's kind of, when you see it, like you said, without having to say it, you know what it is. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. That's all marketing right there, my brother.
No, for sure.
That's a big part of marketing. All right, so how did this come about? This whole idea of a food truck, right?
Yeah.
All right, we talked about the name, but how did the idea come from? Because if I'm correct, it started with you and 3 other guys.
Yeah. So me and my partners, man, and ironically, you know, they had a lot of things emotional when they came to me and said, hey, would you like to be a part of this as well? So that's how I kind of jumped in on it from that standpoint. I had a background working and doing some business consulting, doing some restaurant consulting a few years ago. I DJ as well, but so I've kind of been working back of house of a club for years and kind of see how
Hold on, this man is a DJ and he runs a food truck. I'm gonna book him for both things. He can cook, he can DJ, let some play, come back and cook.
Also, I work at a bank, so I can write you a loan as well. So you know what I'm saying?
That does it all. Hey.
But you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, yeah.
That's crazy. So, what's the most challenging part of having a food truck? This is a two-sided question. Of having a food truck and starting a food truck. What are the most challenging thing of each one?
I think starting a food truck is kind of the what you always hear, you know, just kind of getting the paperwork done, kind of going through that thing. Honestly, there's not a lot of information out there. Really? You know, it's kind of like I call it information in plain sight. So it's like when you're starting out, you kind of, you look whether it's YouTube, internet, you know, trying to reach out to people kind of further, like the information kind of seems like you always hit a dead wall. So a lot of stuff is pretty much just kind of doing the work and kind of learning, not necessarily learning as you go, but like anything, you're not really going to get the full value me telling you something versus when you actually do certain things and processes of it. So that's the main thing for us. Starting a food truck, I think definitely having one and retaining one. It's just, again, just being consistent with that. You know, most businesses die out in a year or two. Yeah. So it's just about trying to make sure that, again, showing up every day, because, you know, you can look up and be, you know, XYZ. I don't give nobody no free promo, but it's a lot of big companies out here that, in the sense of, you know, like I said, they started out very small. So, you know what I'm saying? You just have to just keep doing the work on that.
So where do you see Peachtree Grub at? I hate to put a time cap on it. I don't want to say 10 years from now, 5 years from now. But where do you see it at in general in the future?
Just continue to grow. Definitely, aspirations to, of course, at some point go brick and mortar, and just to become a staple in the city of Atlanta, synonymous with the city of Atlanta, like a few other businesses that, when you kind of think about it, you automatically, whether that's like a Bloody Vegan or a couple other types, when, when you kind of pair that city to the culture of what Atlanta is. And that's what Peachtree Grub is essentially trying to be. It's food, but, we want to push the culture piece of it, the vibe piece of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We want you to, and which is, when we set up, we bringing out the speaker, we bringing out the whole kind of, we're trying to make, like a pop-up shop restaurant. So, in 5-10 years, for sure, like I said, whether that's, when you think of the city of Atlanta, we want you to think of Peachtree Grub. Now, Peachtree Grub being different states, kind of expanding, Lord willing, for sure. But, we're always going to be, regardless of where we are, a brain that pushes the city of Atlanta and the culture of Atlanta. So.
That was going to be my question. Is it still always going to be Peachtree Grub no matter what?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. For sure. I mean, like I said, what they say, Atlanta influences everything. So regardless if Peachtree Grub sets up in California, New York, it's still going to be Peachtree Grub. Because again, when you see that name, we want you to think of Atlanta without saying the word Atlanta.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So with your menu, how did you come up with your menu? What influences your menu? Because now I saw a few interesting names on there. Yeah. I saw the Dirty Bird. Yeah. I saw a few different things. Yeah. And me living in Atlanta, I can kind of put two and two together. For sure. But the audience may not put two and two together. Sure, so how do you come up with your menu? What's some signature dishes or whatever you want to call it that you all have?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Dirty Bird, of course, you're going to, Atlanta Falcons, like I said, Hawks. But, when you think about our Big Diver, you know what I'm saying, that's more so like, a play on, the lingo and everything like that. Okay. So, of course, you're going to think of seafood. Okay. Even with our prime time, we thinking Dion. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so when we say prime time, it's a steak, steak prime, da-da-da-da-da. So it's kind of like a little play on that, for sure. My
Dion, Coach Prime.
Coach, hey, what you say? You looking? Well, yeah, we ain't hard to find. We just like Coach Prime. We ain't hard to find, man. So, we started out doing loaded fries, street tacos, seeing that, there's really not a lot of options out there for those things, you know what I'm saying? You got your Taco Bell, your Chipotle's, all that kind of stuff like that. But when you pull up to a lot of places, you don't really see, like a true taco truck a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? A lot of, they may be like a real street taco. Like I say, it's almost like a West Coast type vibe, a lot of street trucks. So the tacos and that whole piece is kind of sitting in that realm. But like I said, we're doing wings. We got something called a honey, hot, lemon, pepper. Let me say that again. Honey, hot, lemon, pepper. There you go. Got a honey, hot, lemon, pepper.
Now, to me, there's a lot going on, right?
Yeah.
Now, how did that come about?
I mean, you got big shoulders. There's a lot going on, but you can handle it. You can handle it. You good. And you know what I'm saying? And anybody who orders that,
they love it.
They got big shoulders. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
They already know what they coming looking for when they order that one. So you pair that with a loaded fry, whether that's our chicken loaded fry, which is our roasted chicken on there. We do grilled shrimp as well. Like I said, that grilled steak on there as well. We do a little bit of everything. We have done catering and doing a lot of so we expanded doing fish and other things as well. But I mean, it's a grub truck. So essentially, as we move and progress, seasonal, the menu changes and things like that.
And that's what I was going to ask as well. Are you going to expand the menu more? But you just said it changes up. So I totally get that. That's very dope. Okay, so what's the most rewarding thing to you personally about having this food truck?
I think the most rewarding thing is just being able to serve the community, serve people. You know what I'm saying? Like when people actually, I think we all kind of cook at the house, whether you're cooking for your girl, cooking for your family, you know what I'm saying, that instant gratification when people actually bite into that food and taste that food. And food is a mood changer. You know what I'm saying? When when you're happy, you celebrate, eat your food. You know what I'm saying? When you're down, you're going to go eat food. When people pass away,
the food is going to be there.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's just pretty much just the feeling that food gives for soothing people, making people, kind of, you know, whether they off track, kind of guide them right back into the center or whatnot. And food does that. So that's the best thing I get out of it. Get out when people say, man, that was good. I really, you know, when the next time y'all pulling up? What's the next thing y'all doing? I want to order some more. There's a lot of options to eat food out here. Okay. So I'm thankful for anybody that chooses to eat with us. You know what I'm saying? You pass a lot of places you go by. So, you know, don't take it for granted.
Well, we definitely chose to eat with you today.
Yeah.
Man. Amazing food. I will say that.
Yeah.
It's amazing food. Amazing food.
You know, clean yourself.
Super good. The people gonna see, the audience is definitely gonna see it. So
check us out, man.
But tell the people where they can find you at. Anything else that you have going on, just let them know.
You can follow us on Peachtree Grub on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, of course. Follow us on, you can look us up, www.peachtreegrub.com. Please leave a Google review, all positive. And yeah, man, I mean, just keep watching us. I mean, we're moving all around the city. We might be in your neighborhood next, so.
Dope. Well, I appreciate you for taking the time out, man, to speak with me and to just come on with Eatin It Up with DC, man. I appreciate you.
I got a question for you, DC.
Okay, what's up?
You know, how you get into this food area for vlogging and doing this right now, man? I got a question for you, man. Because this is super dope.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And you walk around eating good all the time.
I mean, good. Look, now I will say this. Now, people, this is never about me, but being that he asked me a question, I'm gonna answer the question. By me being a part of the Divine Nine myself, being an HBCU graduate, I said, you know, I was riding in the car one day and I was having a conversation with the young lady behind the camera here, Mrs. Jasmine Ahnie, man. We were talking, and I'm like, you know, what do I want to do? I kind of want to do a show. And I said, you know what? HBCU, I'm Greek, and I like food, and everyone loves food. So why not, you know, take us and present us to the audience? Why not get us as much business as I can and give back as well as eat some good food. So it was all about just trying something different and trying to highlight us. Everybody eats. And we just happen to be a part of a great group of people called the Divine Nine.
And that's why I said that's big. That's why I asked, cause like, you know what I'm saying, you can make it all about, you know, this group or that group, but you know what I'm saying, I appreciate you, you bringing the community in and kind of, you know what I'm saying, you know, strengthen that whole Divine.
I could have easily went to somewhere, you know, to all the restaurants in Atlanta and did it, but I'm like, man, I wanted it to be more tailored to me, and you know, something that's dear to me. That's big. And that's what it is, and that's how it happened in here, man. I appreciate you again.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you
too, man. Thank you so much, man.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Eatin It Up with DC. I'll catch you next time.